I'm dynamite. TNT. And I'll win the fight. TNT. I'm a power load. TNT. Watch me explode.
What's up YouTube, Rooney134 here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. And today my opponent is XxTKFxX. And we had a great OU battle here, and it was a lot of fun. And for today, the question of the day is, what is your favorite evolution of Eevee? Mine is Espeon. It's always been one of my favorites. It's a great Pokemon, and I really like its new Dream World ability, the Magic Mirror or something like that. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's my favorite evolution of Eevee. So yeah, leave yours in the comments below. So now, okay, TKF over here is going to lead off with Tyranitar. So I'm dealing with a Sandstorm team, which kind of sucks, because they can be really tough to beat if you don't have like a weather team of your own. But you know, hey, I'm good, I can handle this. So I start off with my Scarf Staraptor, and I think he was predicting the close combat there, and I kind of didn't want to risk going for it too. I mean, I just went for the U-turn to be safe. I mean, either way, if he stayed in, I could have brought in a counter to the Tyranitar, but it's all good. So he switches into his Landorus, and I U-turn out, go into my Porygon 2, because Porygon 2 is like a great wall, especially because the Eviolite gives its defenses like a massive boost, so it's awesome. He switches into Vaporeon now. I go into my Spiritomb because Spiritomb is the greatest Pokemon on Earth, but apart from that, so right here I'm just gonna, I really don't know if I can do too much to this Vaporeon at this point. I mean, Vaporeon's actually really bulky, and it can Wish Protect and just recover itself, so I just go for the Confuse, right? I mean, I guess it's better to get it confused so it can't really attack or do too much damage. Unfortunately though, he did get the burn on that Scald, so I'm going to be taking residual damage every turn, but it doesn't really matter too much because I do carry Pain Split, so I can recover some off that damage, or recover some of that damage on the Vaporeon, and it'll do a lot of damage to him, so that's pretty cool. I go for the Pain Split right here. Recovers me back to full health, and then brings him down to almost half, so that's really awesome for me. We're going to take both a little bit of damage from the Sandstorm. That's one thing I hate about the Sandstorm and Hail teams, like you get damage every turn, unlike the Sun teams and Rain Dance teams. Like, I just hate that about the Sand teams. You get like residual damage like every freaking turn. It's just, I hate that. It just irritates me. I don't know why, it just does. So anyway, he's taking like no damage from any of my attacks. I mean, the Pain Split's doing something, but at this point, like, I can't really, this Vaporeon can outstall my Spiritomb any day, so I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp. It missed the first time, and then it finally hits the second time. I figured, you know, he might want to switch because he's confused, and I mean, just to save his Vaporeon for later, but he decides to stay in, which isn't too bad, because like the burn's going to give residual damage on that Vaporeon, which is awesome, because I really can't stand Vaporeon, even though, I mean, I like it. It's a great wall and stuff, that it gets annoying when it starts Wish Protecting and stalling. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So he does go for the Wish right there. I go for the Confuse Ray, I believe. So now he's confused, but it doesn't really matter at this point because he's just gonna be able to recover like all that health back. I decided to switch, I think, and go into my Porygon 2, mainly because I'll trace the Water Absorb, and I think Scald is his only attacking move. I think I might be right on that, and so it's not going to be doing, and basically he's going to be recovering my health every time he attacks me because I trace the Water Absorb, which is awesome. And the Wish is going to come true this turn. He's going to recover a lot of health back, but not too bad because the burn is still giving off a little bit of damage, so it's helping me out slowly but surely. He decides to switch because he realized that Porygon 2 is like awesome, it can kill that thing. So he goes in his Tyranitar, and he makes an epic prediction right here. So I'm thinking, okay, I can stay in and try to status this thing, get like annoy it or troll it, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But I decided to go into Gliscor, and he predicted that so well and went for the Ice Beam. That was a great prediction on his part. So yeah, I gotta give props to you on that one, because that was bold. He just took out my Gliscor, so awesome for him. I then decided to stop playing around, going to my Staraptor. I think he might have stayed in, predicting me to go for the U-turn again, but I went for the close combat right off the bat, because looking at his team, I mean, he could have switched into Landorus, but it would have taken like a good chunk of damage, because he already is at below half, I believe. Yeah, so I decided to switch right now because he knows I'm locked into my close combat. go into my spirit tomb, just his death fodder basically. He goes for the Stone Edge, and you know, I survive it with 3 hit points, which is pretty incredible because I think he does have the Sand Force, which increases like the damage of rock type, ground type moves and stuff like that. So that was pretty epic, that Spirit Tomb lived that, but then the Sandstorm took him out, so it didn't really matter. Then I go back into Star Raptor. I thought I would be able to outspeed for some reason, because I am Scarfed, and I realized he was Scarfed too, but for some reason I thought I was faster, but that was a poor play on my part, because then I lose my Star Raptor, which could have been helpful later, but hey, what are you going to do? I then go into Porygon 2, he goes into Scissor, and I do get the burn when I use Tri-Attack. You know, that was a bit lucky on my part, I admit, but I mean, that move has a 20% chance to either burn, freeze, or paralyze. I mean, I've been using this attack all game, and it's bound to happen sometime, and I got the freeze right there, whoops. But it didn't matter, because he thawed out right away, so yeah, good times. And then he's waiting for the Hammer Arm anyway, and wow, look at it, like, it's super effective, and I took that, like, so well. I didn't even do that much damage at all. And then I'm going to finish off the Landorus with another Tri-Attack, so that's awesome. He goes into Excadrill, and he goes for the Rock Slide, and I do survive it, and that's awesome. And I was going to actually recover right there, but I flinched, which I kind of deserved that, I guess, for the burn I got on his Scissor, but I was just like, oh, come on, really? Flinch? But it's all good, because I go into my Scrafty, and he goes for the Swords Dancer here, which is probably a bad play on his part, because maybe he expected me like, to set up or do something like that, but I really can't risk Excadrill like sweeping my team, because it outspeeds everything on my team, and it's really powerful with the Life Orb and this, like, Swords and stuff like that. So I decided to go for the Drain Punch right off the bat, and it OHKOs, which is freaking amazing. He then goes into Latios, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse, so he's a Life Orb set, so that doesn't mean he has Draco Meteor, or if he does, he didn't use it, so that's pretty awesome. But my Crunch doesn't quite KO, which is kind of unfortunate, and then the Sandstorm barely leaves him with, like, I think he lived with like 1 hit point, he said, so that's kind of suckish, but it would have been nice if I could have survived that. But he's going to finish me off with a second Dragon Pulse, and the Life Orb Recoil is going to finish off his Latios. So right now it's going down to like the wire almost, so he goes into his Vaporeon, and I go into Victini. Now this Victini is kind of an interesting one. It's not a physical one with like the V-Crate or anything like that. It has Charge Beam, and then the Charge Beam is basically like to come in on a Pokemon that would switch out. Like, say if I came in on a Ferrothorn, and obviously you're not going to stay in with a Ferrothorn against Victini. I usually go for the Tri-Attack on that point just to get an attack raise, and depending on what he went into, if I can outspeed and KO it, I would with like another attack. So at this point, I think I've already gained 2 special attack boosts, which is amazing. Like, Charge Beam is actually pretty awesome. It has a 70% chance to raise your special attack, so like most likely every time you use it, you're going to get an attack raise, so that's awesome. And I mean, he could technically try to stall me out with Vaporeon right here, but with the attack raises I'm getting, it's not likely, because I mean, he's burned, he's taking damage each turn anyway, and then look, I just got another attack raise, so I think it's either +2 or +3. I think it's +3, but I mean, I lost track. He went for the Scald right there, which does more than half, so I don't know if maybe that Vaporeon has a lot of special attack, or maybe I'm just tripping, I don't know. But yeah, it leaves me just below half, and I figure at this point I can't play around anymore. I'm just going to go for the Psychic, finish off the Vaporeon, and then his last Pokemon is the Scissor, which is burned, unfortunately, but even if it wasn't burned, I don't think at this point it would be able to take down Victini anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, as he goes for the Bullet Punch first, but it doesn't do pretty much anything. And yeah, that's going to definitely take out his Scizor. So great game, dude. It was a lot of fun. I don't battle too many Sandstorm teams, and usually when I do, I struggle a lot, but this game turned out alright. I got a few lucky hacks, but hey, you know, it's part of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.